Hello and welcome back to the part of the year where I cannot rely on natural light in my room to make me look nice at 6 p.m. anymore. And also, the AR Defense Recap, Levin Seti via Let's Play Seti. It's time for another Freyr bonus season. And the last one was unreal tough for me on offense. This one was maybe the easiest I've had in like 2 years. I just got so many teams that had like 6 units or like unblessed that just no dancer, like it was just. But my defense went quite well. We were not quite perfect. There was some crime done, and I got you back, and you know what you did to me. We'll see that in a minute. But let's talk about these really quick. Let's try and get through this quick this time. Quick. So my first one. Boom, amazing. This actually happened while I was still fiddling with my defense team, so A+, needed that. But this, I mean, you love to see the first real result be a 6 defeated, right? That's what we want. Let's talk about the team right quick. And I think we're going to try and get out of here quickly, so no animations today. Let's just roll right on through it. So it's pretty much the same team I've used a lot, except, ironically, the infantry speed tactic here no longer does anything, because there are no infantry units. I really like the wintry setup I use sometimes better, but for this team, it needed the like more restrained movement options that this one affords, so we had to do it. And the idea here was I built the team around Hinoka because she has the rare distinction of being the only unit known to consistently win, do anything, damage Brave Corrin, who I kind of assumed to be like the de facto target here. So it was that, and then I had to find another unit that paired well with her and made things work, and it turns out that Shamir is amazing for that in ways that I didn't even think about. I kind of just thought they sort of had different strengths, you know, like one could sweep, the other could kind of live. Their synergy is much stronger than that in ways that don't even really get exposed in these replays. It's mainly the special charge buff gets Deadeye off on the second hit with the Katria Ball, which is, you know, the Brave attack can get Deadeye twice, which is just like absolutely filthy. Usually don't even need the second one, usually they die at the first one, but there's that. And also, the Brash Assault Remote Sparrow combo means that Shamir lives almost everything, and then we have Wings of Mercy for her to jump in and do stuff. I didn't realize what good synergy these units have. They really do, and also they just have so much reach that with the dance guaranteed because of Freyr, they can do a lot. So let's see how it went here. Oh yeah, let's see the team. Just not really fully built, so, you know. Your standard day one type stuff. So they take some time setting up, and oops, I'm getting bolted. Oops, I got bolted. Barely, with all that help and just barely still. If I give that man Hardy Fighter, he might kind of pop off, but I don't know about it. I don't know if it's worth it to me. I've never inherited Hardy Fighter to anyone, actually, because I think it's silly, kind of a silly little goon skill. I don't know. I got it on Rudolph through the whole form, so I recognize its power. I'm not above it, but I just think it's a silly little goon skill. Goon skill for goons. Hinoka also just adds so much unpredictability with the extra movement on Mira and Katria. Like, it's just, the hit and run was a popular strat here, and it's just, people weren't ready for how I could then run back at them. So next up we have I Heart Keaton, who I'm very sorry to do it to because I am an esteemed anti-Keaton propagandist. I will do anything to save the Lewins. Save a Lewin, eat a Keaton, that's where you get your special spiral 3. So they hit some buildings, they didn't hit the most important one. And if you can see this, it's nothing makes me happier than beating this guy, right? We have a long-standing rivalry, and we are not on good terms still. I have his legendary that I got by accident, and I have not, will not use him. I need to find someone to give Hexblade to. Tell me about it down below, what do I do with that? So it's clearly like a hit and run, Gale Force type thing with pretty strong setup. People are realizing that Hinoka is exposed, which does sort of slow down some of the stuff here, but I digress. Let's see how they came in and did it. Also, a lot of people running Aether. She is the good unit. She really is. Like, player face power in that Astra, that most astral of seasons. That's what we got here. Alright, taking their time. Uh-oh, it's the bolts. We're getting bolted, friends. Once again, the bolt. 52, and this time he gets hit a little bit harder. And it's a unit that can actually take down Corrin. You saw it here first. But they're not set up to get far enough out. Perhaps? Perhaps? See? See? She goes nuts. She doesn't even need the charge or anything. Okay, but actually I'm getting it kind of done back to me. And what's young Yuri? Oh, he's just running. Okay. Surprised I didn't go for like a Kanto play there. I have seen these before. And there it is. There is the unpredictability of Hinoka. They thought they were safe. Swing, swing. You know, it looked like they lived, but the movement on Mira also just gets through. It's really good. Hinoka, I'm going to say it, a little overloaded. A little bit of an overloaded unit. Okay, what do we got here? It's a Japanese name. Looks like another hit and run type of team with the new Cav squad and the old Cav squad and the I can't follow the story in this book. I don't have anything clever to say about them, but I do like their color schemes. So we set up. He doesn't get it, which is actually absurd to me. And, yeah, I guess they just didn't have a way out, so aggro the AI, pew pew, lasers. There's the charge Deadeye, thanks to Hinoka. They got another one, and since it's fair bonus, 2 KOs is a win already. They could do whatever they want, I'm happy. And, so they try and make a push, but, I'm kind of just well defended enough to, Mirror Fine comes in clutch. Oh no, they're chaining. And yeah, from there, there's just not a whole lot of options. So, such crumbles the cookie. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, would you look at that? Okay, I believe Har's bonus? Yeah, those kind of look like bonus unit stats to me. We got plus 10 on this dude, plus 1 here, plus 10 of course, probably max flowers also, if I had to guess. 25, that sounds like a lot. Maybe it's max, I honestly don't know anymore. We got plus 1, we got plus 1, we got plus 1. And Diamond is an interesting unit. I think he could do some stuff, but, you know, DC is a little bit of a important thing in these contexts. So, here goes. What do? They just want to get in there with their man. Because, I mean, this is a pretty stacked up unit, right? But unfortunately, the panic from Shamir does a lot. And Fire Sweep goes kind of crazy. And that's that. Their team is kind of borked right there. So that was the one foe defeated. Alright, now it's time for NME, which I am choosing to believe is not a reference to the publication, but in fact the Kirby anime. So Nightmare Enterprises came to play with a pretty stacked up hit and run team. They got, I mean, I guess there is like the new version of this thing now, but I think they're still quite good, and Disarm Trap 4 in some cases could be more, better even, good to be. We got the bonus Sather, we got the Elamine, we got the Fajorm, we got Hinoka. These three kind of make up the core here, and Fjorm's here. I don't think they realized that Isolation doesn't work on Mira because of this setup. Elamine kind of does more because she can shut down Hinoka, but I digress. Let's see how it goes. Maybe I should have notes on these. Would that make it better? Okay, so they're just breaking things, and yeah, they're just not really setting up with Elamine optimally. Well, they have the duo building. That's kind of... They take this team pretty seriously, huh? Okay, so they're taking... That is something that very few units can really safely do, but they have actually broken my duo's hindrance and got set up, and now they can finally go in, and they can bippity-bop the blibbity button, go in, and barely live. So close, but it really just isn't. The things were just weren't set up correctly, right? Like, they didn't get the debuff effect on Corrin at all, and from there, can't get out far enough. We chase down. We hold an incredibly strong formation here. They could, they had a one-range unit they could pick off the Noke, I guess, but then you still have to deal with the looming threat of Shamir, and Nightmare Enterprises goes down. Kirby sending it right back at you. So sorry, enemy. Okay, next up, look at this thing. Things I don't want to fight. I did actually run into one of these in like my last match of the season, and with like no help at all, she still did like 40 damage to Brave Corrin in a single round of combat. Like, no brave hits or anything, just drops numbers like that. People say that not piercing damage reduction ruins the unit, but I think her damage is so high that is not necessary. Is not, especially because it is fast, so breaks much damage reduction. Is the good unit and is here as well, and oh my goodness, this person likes Lysithea a bit. I think we can oh my god, they like Lysithea quite a bit. I think we can make that assumption. Pretty stacked up Plumeria too. Is this okay? They did binding whatever that Elamine at +1. Naga at +10. Oh, looks like an OG AR player for +10 Naga. Or just like a, you know, big Julia fan, one of those other shares. Anyway, how do they approach this? Also, this unit, who is stacked up, probably also +10. Yeah, and ready to do far saving. But this looks to me like it's supposed to be a hit and run team that then backs up and has a far savior, which could work really well, actually. Like, this is a far saver that can go toe-to-toe with Shamir, at least, who often eats the dance. So they're taking their time to set up. And they're taking their time to set up. Ooh, Bolt Tower value. I put it right there to specifically be a troll. They don't even go for the free heal from Elamine. I guess it's not a huge difference. I'd say that you're a little bit close to the action in there. And yeah, Hinoka one taps. The one tap from the Noke, and she's on a run. And again, this is another really strong formation. Don't want to fight into that. They don't even try. It's over. Next up, the first of several rematches. Now, this was technically a loss, but I got my two foes defeated, so I count it as a win, and I was immune anyway. Shout out to Bonus Frere. Alright, it's another hit and run team, and this one is set up quite nicely. It's another Yuri. You know I love the dumpster. This thing, I just hate him. As a unit, not as a person. I didn't play the DLC in 3 houses, don't worry. I don't hate your husband, I just hate mechanically the way this guy works in Aether raids. Oh, it drives me up the wall. Okay, so no real... Oh, right, they had the stacked up Erica with the Ascended Res Boon. Some Galactic Brain stuff going on there that I don't really understand. So, a lot of Yuri and Summer Edelgard, the 2 units that just don't age out, I guess. So, once again, taking time to set up. No Bolt Tower here. I love to see that because I think Bolt Tower should be met with time in prison, or something slightly more woke than that, perhaps. All I can think of is horny jail, and I don't want to go there. I don't want to cover that ground ideologically. I mean, anyway, they were able to take out one, but we drop a massive number on them, and that's that. That's, oh yeah, they do fight it out, and another unit that can actually beat Corrin. They've done a number on my units, but now it's Frere season. You know, I think this would have actually, if I didn't heal, you would have gotten the Wings Dance. Oh, so sad. Too bad. Doesn't matter. Got my 2, and they can close it out from here pretty easily. That's the way it goes sometimes. Now here is my one true loss of the season. And Look, I'm furious about it, but they played really expertly, and this is honestly showing off how strong Garrick's Refine is. I didn't remember that it did all these things. It gives null panic to everybody? That's actually so good. It's actually so good, and he has, like, offensive tempo and all, like, the constant pulse. Or, no, just the turn 1 Uber Pulse. Like, cool unit. Very cool unit for this kind of strat. They also brought, the increasing Stonks, Crom, Nino, and Thor. It's such an interesting team, but you'll see what happens. So, they take their time, they get set up, they get in the position they want, they have a Bolt Tower that's positioned really luckily to fight this team. Although I guess this Corrin isn't a place where, like, every Bolt Tower is gonna hit, right? Probably. Unless it's over here. I guess if it's here, you might not be able to. So, okay. She gets it exactly! I'm mad, but it's Nino, so I'm less mad than I could be. But I am mad. Don't get it twisted, I am indeed mad. And the Galaxy Brain play is shutting down Hinoka as an alternate strategy to beat the dance. And from here, it's like so much easier to just sweep me down. I didn't make any intentional Aether plays all season. I'm simply not made of that stuff. I don't have it. So I can't even be mad, except that, I mean, look at this. Obviously I am, but I can't really be, but obviously I am. Oh, Anne, you really got me. And I think I just cheesed you with Brave Corrin, so maybe I'm the criminal here. But I didn't use Bolt Tower. And I think Bolt Tower is crime incarnate. Anyway. Yeah, really well played. Cool strat. Like, such an interesting set of units, too. I would wager that not a single other player is running that exact team comp, which is not true of all the ones we've seen here, right? Alright. Rodo. Talking about how unique the units are. Here's another Nino. Maybe I'm the one who doesn't know what's going on. Maybe you should just watch Joel instead. Phyology really has their finger on the pulse, as they say. So we got, geez, with a sturdy impact. She's kind of invested. We got Aether with the Phantom Res. The Hinoka, ooh, unfortunate IVs. Patching it up with that seal. We got Elamine. You never see this unit, and this is a pretty good unit, I think. I think still pretty good. I also really want this skill to give to Har, but I think it's just getting to the point where it's not even worth building Har anymore. I don't know, let me know. Should I build Har? Kinda want to. Kinda have some... Well, no, I think I need to build Summer Shez instead. I think it's just a better option at this point. And, you know, I really like this unit. I would love to get another copy of her. For reasons I will not explain. She's definitely still in my barracks, and I can't tell you how Rearmed Ophelia got that times pulse 4 and attack speed finish. I have no idea. So they actually like just set up some things and then go in over here with Nino, who's not even buffed or anything. Right, it was the last one that was the win. I was very confused. I knew I lost to a Nino. Highest number I've seen in a hot minute, by the way, right there. So, yeah, I mean, theoretically, if that Nino has a million billion speed, no, I think she still doesn't get through Shamir, probably. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I guess I've lost the plot. If you watched this far, I'm so sorry. As you can see, I don't really have time to redo anything here. So the final replay of the week came in today. There wasn't another one. I needed it to... Well, it doesn't matter. I would get top 3k with or without this, so I'm kind of sorry. But they came in with something actually really cool. It's really my favorite replay because I just wanted to see people try and tank this. Because it's so hard to tank, and I just wanted data. Because all the things I have to tank, it can't tank it. But they came in with... Look at this unit. Look at this absolute unit. This is actually pretty cool because her thing works off of just having a support pair anywhere on the map. So it's technically like an infinite range. Like, she can go all the way in and your entire team can hide literally as far away as possible, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, this team is like the bonus doubler and then all panic and everything, and it's just you fling her in and see what happens. And she really does put up wild numbers. But it's still not enough to actually take down Fomortis, which is crazy. He really does pay dividends as that near savior, even if you can't really far save with him anymore. So look at 70 visible resistance, and it's not going to get debuffed because it's just null panic. So my turn starts, we hit the panic, but again, it does nothing. There's no debuff. So she's just rocking the numbers, and let's actually see the animations for this because I know you want to. However, this unit does still have bow weakness, and it's definitely Bowville. Triplets of Bowville out here. So 50, that's a crazy amount of DR. But no amount of DR is enough when I've got Deadeye locked and loaded. Not the absolute strongest formation, but good enough. Good enough. And that's that. That is the season. Another successful Astra Anima's season. We got there. Let me know how your season went down below. And we'll see what happens. I don't think I posted one for late season last time. But I think I have a pretty fun team there, so maybe we'll get a good week to show off for that next week. I don't know, maybe I'll post something else here someday. And, hey, if you're looking for more Level Study content, I just posted a video on my main channel that could use a little love. So, check that out. Wishing you all the best. See you again soon. This channel still exists, so, till then.